So today is going to be a really busy day. So I'm going to refit the roof, add the log burner, and hopefully get some interiors done, but I might be pushing for time there. Right, let's get these jobs done. So far I've taken out all the rotted wood that was on there, and I've added a piece of metal here which is going to be cut for the log burner, because you don't want it going through felt and stuff like that. There is a kit with it as well, but that is advised. And also I have this extra window which only opens about 3 or 4 inches, but I thought I'm going to try and modify it to give it a bit of a skylight, and the light that'll beam in because the sun comes through here in the mornings would be perfect. Right, let's plod on. So I've got this little kit, and what you do is you unscrew this part. This is silicone, and it can hold the heat really well. This is designed for you to actually add a chimney to your roof. And what you do is you unscrew this part, place this on the inside and this part on the outside, and then you bolt it all together with a sealant, and that'll give you a good seal on your roof. And plus, no water will get in. So what I've done now is I've used a special metal cutters, and I cut the hole out perfectly to the centre, and then I also drilled 6 holes for the bolts to go through. I'll now use a heat resistant sealant especially designed for this type of job, and that will hold heat and it won't melt or nothing. And I'll put that all the way around, and then I'll screw it all together, and it'll be nice and tight and waterproof. So I've added the log burner in now, and we've got a piece of metal here that will be framed up later on, but it's all sealed, and I also added the skylight in. So the plan is this will have a bit of ventilation. So I'm really happy with it so far. It's just nice that it's got extra light again, because the sun is obviously over this side, so bring more light in again, and also ventilation. And I'm just so happy. I'm going to fire up the stove now as well, and have a good clean up in here. Should dry this shed out as well. So I popped over today because I knew it was going to rain, and I wanted to check if there was any leaks in the roof. And there's one actual leak, but that can be sorted with some silicone. And I'm going to roll up the fire now anyway, because I'm going to cook myself a nice breakfast. I was planning on doing some things outside if the rain stopped, but it looks like there's going to be thunder and lightning. Wish me luck. So a few things I want to point out as well is that I did have to buy this separate, this flue kit, and it's got like a silicone rubber seal inside. So just less the fact that the pipe can be waterproof, but also doesn't burn or nothing. And I added a metal roof here, obviously for the reasons that I didn't want the heat to become too much for the wooden roof and the felt. So that was another thing that I had to do, and obviously I had added in a skylight, and that will obviously help with ventilation as well, because you don't want to get carbon monoxide poisoning. That's one thing you do not want. You always do need to have some ventilation, and I'm telling you what, it is absolutely roasting in here. Now there are a few areas that I've noticed that are a bit of wet, So I'm going to have to think about painting the shed or staining outside where I get some good weather. But overall, I'm happy with this. I am absolutely loving the fact that I can come up here now and the rain is still beating down. I don't know if you can hear it, but God, the thunder as well that we had just now. And the fact that I can just make a nice hot drink and just chuck some food on and just enjoy the plot in between those breaks. I have got a few things that I'm hoping to do today, but the fact that I can just come up here and relax and it's nice and peaceful, I just know this shed is going to be exactly what I planned it to be. And I will always have the grapevine garden sheds, and they'll, you know, store all my bits and bobs. But this shed is pretty much like a well-being shed, and I'll just come up here when I want. It's so quiet as well. This part of the site is really quiet, and I think this allotment will, you know, be more my herbs and all my perennial kales and everything that I can just tick on by, and I can just come up here and not have to stress so much about jobs I need to do. And yeah, I would highly recommend one of these if you can have one on your site. And it was all cooked for free as well. God, look at that. Do you know what I mean? You just can't beat that. And it's typical, the one day I want is some bloody eggs. The chickens haven't hatched any yet. It's typical, isn't it? The fact that I can sit here, eat my lunch that I've cooked on my plot, and the view I've got is absolutely stunning. Let me show you what's looking through my window. Look at that for a view. You know, you just can't beat it. So the sun has come out, the rain has stopped, and the fact that I can sit here and just enjoy this view is absolutely stunning. Just seeing through my windows now. Such kettle's going. The only issue is, am I going to keep coming up here not doing any work, just cooking food? But the sun's come out. I think I'm going to plod on and just try and clear those paths because they're still full of all the hedge clippings and the trimmings and stuff, and there's a lot of brambles in as well. But I really need to get out of the way because it's just getting in the way of the paths, and it's so muddy coming up here. I'm going to have to prioritise the paths next. I do hope you've enjoyed this video and enjoyed the fact that this shed is transforming into something better than it was. So as I always say, take care guys, and I shall see you all again soon.